How's it going, YouTube? This is Euler, the Fragrant one, bringing you another episode of Fragrant Thoughts. This one is going to be, of course, on Secretions Magnifique, which has a very controversial mark in the fragrance community. Most of you probably know about this fragrance. Most of you have already probably smelled it. This is my first time finally going around to getting a sample of it and smelling it. If you don't know anything about it, this is supposed to be a fragrance that evokes smells of a bunch of bodily fluids, up to and including semen, saliva, blood, and sweat. So there's a lot of funny reviews on Fragrantica about it, and just anywhere you look about this fragrance, there's a lot of polarizing comments about it. Some people have said that they liked it. So I'm going to just go off of the smell. This is going to be a first try ever. I've never tried this. I'm going to try to go away from the social stigma that this has and just try to smell it for what it is. The notes for this one are iodized accord, which is, I'm assuming, kind of salty, adrenaline accord, blood accord, milk accord, orris, coconut, sandalwood, and apopanax. So it sounds very marine-like, but also with some dense notes in there, and the milkiness, obviously. So I don't know what to expect from this, but alright, well, I'm gonna put this on, and hopefully it's not as bad as everyone says it is. I mean, it's weird, definitely. I don't know if it's as bad as people make it out to be, but I mean, the metallic portion of this is very bizarre. If it wasn't for the metallic portion, I would say it's just a kind of a sparkly, aldehydic, soft floral with the iris in there, because I definitely smell the iris. It's definitely there. Yeah, I mean, the metallic, it's like metallic, but like I said, with the freshly caught fish kind of feel to it. And with that, you got iris and aldehydes. It's weird. I don't know how it's going to be later on in my skin. It's not something that I'm like, oh, I gotta scrub off. I mean, I'm actually surprised. I was trying to just go off it, though, by the smell itself, rather than all the stigma that is surrounded by this. I mean, some people hate this stuff so much, like it's the worst thing that they've ever smelled, like it's a nightmare, a terror. I've seen comments like that. But for me, I've honestly smelled worse. I mean, this isn't bad. It's different. It's very different. I don't know if this is wearable. It's artistic. I don't know if I would ever wear this, though. I mean, I hear that the dry down is actually pretty nice. We'll see how that goes, but I mean, the top notes are apparently the worst part of this fragrance, but I'm not really getting anything too crazy, really. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just there. It's still that you know, portion of the metallic and the fish and all that stuff, but I don't get semen. I don't really even get a salty vibe. Very slightly with that, you know, fish smell. Yeah, it smells like fish just caught from, like, you know, a salt, you know, an actual ocean rather than a freshwater lake or whatever. But I mean, that's pretty much what you're gonna get. I want to be very unbiased with this, not be like shocked that how horrible it is or whatever. If you're gonna go into this smelling this with the stigma that it has around it, you may hate it more because of that. But if I'm just to go off by the smell, it's different. It's nothing I've ever smelled before in my life, and it's probably nothing I ever will smell. I mean, Antoine Lee did a great job, because he really did make a fragrance that you're not going to experience anywhere else unless you smell this particular one. Haven't smelled similar ones like Blood Concept AB, but I know, I think he had a hand in that, because I think he uses a similar accord in this fragrance to those as well. That's all I got for you guys today. I will update if this fragrance changes any way, like to a point where I'm like more disgusted by it, but I don't think it's going to get any worse than what it is right now, which isn't bad. It's not something that's wearable, really, in my opinion. Maybe some people can pull it off. I mean, like I said, it's just a weird mixture, really, but it's nothing like I'm going to freak out about or anything. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you like this video, please like and also comment. I do frequently respond to comments as well. And as always, I do appreciate subscriptions to my channel, and that way you can see all my content, which I am regularly updating now, which is something I never used to do. And let me know what your thoughts are on this fragrance, because I know a lot of people have tried it already. I know there's a big thing in the community about this fragrance, so I know it's very polarizing to people. Let me know what you get out of it that I'm not getting out, or if you get something similar like how I did. It's just whatever, it's just a weird fragrance. Welcome to the niche world, I guess. Okay, I just had my girlfriend smell Secretions Magnifique, and from afar, she actually said it smelled good, but when she put her nose on it, I think that's when the more metallic, weird texture comes out. She she gagged, basically. But she said if she puts her nose like maybe 3 inches away from it, it's fine to her, and she can smell it perfectly. But when she puts her nose right on it, I think that's when the more cold metal smell comes out, and that's when she just can't take it. So people are really going to differ with this fragrance. I mean, you're going to get very polarizing opinions. I don't know why I can stand it. It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't do anything to my stomach or makes me gag or anything, but it's when you have your nose really up close to it, it makes that cold metal smell come out really strong. But from a distance, it actually smells really pleasant. Like, I can smell it here and there with the projection, and it smells a little with the iris and a little sparkly. I think the aldehydes are just in this constantly. It does smell pretty good from afar, actually, but for her up close, that was a no-go. So I just wanted to update that real quick, and I'll talk to you guys soon.